especially at the position that he plays. As I was reading through everything about him, it's really impressive. And first of all, he's from Oakland, California. He went to Oakland Technical High School, and he made first team All-City there, which is a pretty big deal. He was a teammate of Marshawn Lynch, not that that's anything, but this is the caliber of football that they played where he was at. He went to the University of San Diego, and his head coach was Jim Harbaugh, who was really an established coach himself. And so his first year, he was a backup there to a guy that I became a little bit involved with, Mortensen. We got involved with recruiting at Central Florida a little bit, so, but we didn't, anyway. But when you go through his stats and you understand what he did at San Diego, it's really impressive. I mean, set all kinds of records. Let me just go through, like, in his first year, first of all, he became an All-American. And then he broke numerous records. He had 8 games where he had 4 touchdowns or more. In one game, he threw 7 touchdowns, and all of them in the first half. Okay? This is in his first year as a starter. Okay? So think about that story. No pressure. Okay? He finished the season with 36 touchdowns, and completed 70% of his passes and like 3,200 yards. Okay, he was the team MVP. In the next season, he became the All-American, and he was the player of the league in his, or player of the year in his league. Okay, and the team went 10-0 to start, which was pretty significant. They made a top 25 ranking, which is pretty big as well for a school like San Diego. No offense, but you know, yeah, they got there, and in that year he threw 34 touchdowns, so his production is a little down. But he did throw for 3,300 yards. Okay, he led the offense, or led the league in total offense, passing efficiency, passing yards, and he was responsible for the most points in that league. Okay, and he finished 6th in the voting for the Walter Payton Award, which is a pretty big deal. And then the following year, he had 43 touchdown passes. Okay, and only 1 interception. So I think we had about 80 yesterday. Stands, right? This is a really, if you think all of this stuff was significant, this is really significant, I felt. He has the highest career passing efficiency ever in the NCAA Division I at 177, actually 176.68. So these are all really significant stats. He went to the East-West Shrine Game. In career statistics, I mean, he was 9,600 yards, almost 9,700 yards, 113 touchdowns, and again, the highest ranking ever, rating. Okay? Now, from there he goes to the NFL Combine, and this is where it gets really significant. So he ran the fastest 40 time of anybody, any quarterback at the Combine that year, 4.53. And then he had a vert of 33, and then he was drafted by the Buccaneers in the 5th round. Now from there, and this is where another significant thing, this kind of tells you the life of an NFL quarterback, and it also speaks to his resilience. I mean, he's been on, was it 11, how many teams now? Okay. I mean, it's a really difficult situation, and he's been staying with it all the time. And I mean, when you look through it, it's like he's there for one team for 2 weeks, and then certain things happen, numbers, etc., and then he has to leave. But he stayed with it, and so you're probably dealing with a guy really hyper intelligent. Because, I mean, dealing with an offense and new coordinators and all that kind of stuff. But he's been highly thought after, and finally got a chance to start this last year, and for the Redskins in a crucial game in which they won. Now, I know things are a little bit different now for the Redskins, and I do know that Alex Smith will have to sit out a year. I'm hoping he'll be able to stay for another year there. But anyway, we're very happy to have him, Josh Johnson.
He reminded me of some stuff that I kind of forgot, but I appreciate you honoring me like that. But honestly, man, I just really view myself no differently, for real. It was like, I remember being in spring ball, going through all those different issues that y'all probably experiencing right now, competition, school, whatever, whatnot. But for me, the biggest thing about all this is opportunity. Like, where I come from, like, you don't really see a lot of people get opportunity. I seen a lot of talent get wasted. And for me, it was just a mind frame that, all right, no matter what happens, as long as I still got the opportunity to do this, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna take what comes with it. And there's been a lot of ups and downs with it. College was probably the height of it for me, I would say, because I was doing things that really nobody's ever done, even to this day. But I never really got caught up in that, like I honestly didn't. Like I always was just worried about what we was doing on the field as our squad. And like, but I think that has allowed me now, which I think everybody will experience at one point in time in your career, is adversity and learning how to push through it. Because I mean, like, I see a lot of guys get caught up in accolades and things of that nature, and they start forgetting about what's the most important thing, is football, and whatever it takes to win. Like, that's why I love Tom Brady so much, because you do whatever it takes to win. No matter who's in this team, no matter where you're surrounded by, you're always focusing on the most important thing. I think what Brian said all the time is keeping the main thing. So like the main thing for y'all right now is getting y'all team ready for this upcoming season. And it's gonna take all y'all together. That's the beauty of this sport. It's the #1 sport where everybody matters. From receivers blocking downfield, if y'all don't wanna block, y'all need to start blocking. Because that's the only way big runs gonna happen. From the O-line on the backside of run plays, you make sure they get their cut off. The quarterbacks carrying out their blue fakes. It's the details and what has allowed me to be able to stay in the league as long as I have. Am I satisfied with my career? Hell no, because I haven't really got the opportunity that I feel like I deserve. But the opportunity for me hasn't really been presented in that nature as well. So for me, I look at it as, I don't let it frustrate me. I don't let it get me down. I just assess it for what it really is. And I really, take ownership of my situation. Like I could walk into a team and they won't want me to play at all. They want me to be a third string quarterback, and it has nothing to do with my talent, but it's just the reality of my situation. But I still can go home and I can get mental reps. I can get reps in my hotel room and training camp because I can get them in practice. And for me, that's what allowed me when I was sitting on the couch waiting for an opportunity to rest, and they called me. But really, to be honest, they didn't even want me. They signed Mark Sanchez before me, and we both worked out together. And then Cole got hurt, and then they signed me. And then I ended up going in the game halfway through. And excuse my language, I was like, fuck it, I'm finna do my thing. And I did. Like, that's when I ended up starting. Like, but everybody they was so like in awe about, well, how are you able to do this? I'm like, bro, I've been preparing myself for this moment every day. Even when I got cut, like, shit was hard, but I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, well, you performed well, your production was good, that this was the right opportunity. And so by me keeping myself like level-headed like that, I was able to take all those experiences, and then they started showing up in the games that I played this last season. And so I thank God for that, because it was like everything for me, now where I live my life, everything happens for a reason. Everything you're going through is for a reason. To me, I try to put positive out of everything, because you really never know when that surface, you never know when that moment might resurface. Like Coach said, y'all threw 8 interceptions yesterday. I've been through that before, trust me. I remember like yesterday, it was my sophomore year. We had a scrimmage in training camp, and I threw like 6 picks, all of them in the red zone. Bad ass day. And my coach cussed me out. But instead of me getting frustrated about him yelling at me or whatnot, I just listened to what he was saying. And I was looking at it on the film, and I got players sitting there wide open because I wanted to be too overly aggressive. And then ultimately, I just said, okay, let me go try it his way. And I tried it his way, go 5-yard completion and run for 30 yards. So that's where the quarterback, that's why the stats gonna come from. It's gonna come from everybody else doing their job. So that's where everybody else is important to do their job. Like, for me, I don't like as quarterbacks, we have a lot on us. We gotta handle a lot mentally. But for me, I gotta get everybody around me to understand how they is important, because most quarterbacks are not throwing 300 yards from throwing 50-yard bombs the whole game. You may complete one explosive play a game. The rest come from hitting the receiver at the right spot at the right time and letting him do the work. And then that's when we all look good. So I'm just here to really check y'all out. This is all new for me. I don't really understand the Canadian game as much, but I know y'all play good football up here. And to see that y'all got a whole room, like y'all facilities better than my school, so y'all should be appreciative of that.